Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, 4D. Good evening, Viv.
Good evening, 4D. Good evening, Bronze.
It is Thursday, the 4th of September, 2025. Storm in a Teacup, episode 30.
Strange to be talking to you and not seeing you.
Yeah. It was a good weekend, eh?
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah.
Yep.
Not nice to get out of the belly of the beast for me anyway. And,
Yeah.
come up and visit you.
Fresh wind blowing from the North Sea. A little bit of a party.
Yeah.
You know, a trip to the seaside. Went down the pub. Yeah.
What more can you ask?
Considering it was just a weekend away, we didn't have to squeeze a lot in, as you just said. We went to the beach. We had an ice cream. We went to a party. We went to the pub. We squeezed quite a lot in our small amount of time.
We had an ice cream. I like that.
Yeah. 4D's never going to forget that moment.
It was good ice cream. It was very good ice cream.
But
Yeah,
that's what makes me laugh.
Yeah.
It's the thing I've been. That's probably why I said ice cream, because it's in my head. It's the thing that's stuck out the most for me. Other than my other. Yeah, let me just say that. It's because I'm an ice cream fan anyway. And yeah, we would see the beach and everything. But for me, the best thing is we went to this gorgeous, tiny little ice cream parlour, which was clearly good enough for everyone to know about it, because the queue was sort of outside the shop and sort of trailing a little bit around the outside. And you can hear children saying, oh, I want this, I want that, and I want this. And we thought, all right, we'll have an ice cream. Popped in. And I think I felt like the kid once. We were in there. I don't think I've seen so many flavours of ice cream. But I saw rhubarb and custard flavoured ice cream, and I just thought, wow, that sounds amazing. I've got to try that. And yeah, I think that probably was my favourite part of the weekend.
Yeah, it was amazing, wasn't it? The way they blended the sharpness of rhubarb, sweetness of custard, it was perfect. Really, you know.
And what was it you guys had? Because we all had different flavours. What was it you guys had?
Yeah, I had rum and raisin and amaretti, which both were really nice. And I was really impressed by the because it was locally made. I think that was one of the big things for me. It wasn't just some mass-produced rubbish. It was all locally made. They had a great selection of flavors. I mean, I could have gone back and had, tried 4 or 5 different other flavors, to be quite honest with you.
It's a dangerous place. Aldborough is a very dangerous place to live if you like ice cream, because you'd be in there every day, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's a lovely. Aldborough is a lovely place. Really nice, very nice little seaside town.
Yeah.
And actually, I suppose, what was the name? Because we should say the name of the place, so that if anyone happens to listen and wants to go for a great ice cream, it was the little ice. Go on.
It was the ice cream parlour. As simple as that.
That's it. Yeah. Great. Yeah.
It's near one of. Well, actually, no, I can't say that. Ice cream parlour. It's called Ives, Ives, and it was near the pub. Near the
which one?
How can I describe this?
The pub that serves alcohol.
The pub that serves alcohol. That is the one. Yes.
Yeah. Well,
no, I can't remember the pub. It's quite a good pub, actually. Yeah.
It's not a big place, Aldborough, and it's on the main street. So if anyone does happen to find themselves up in that neck of the woods and they look for it, it's not too hard to find.
And of course, my other favourite moment of the trip was I like to see us three as Last of the Summer Wine, the cast from Last of the Summer Wine. Yeah, don't worry, I like to slag myself off, but no, genuinely I do. And we kind of pulled up at the beach and sort of. And I just kind of imagine it still as the 3 guys from Last Summer Wine. We walked out of the car park, got to the beach, looked over the horizon, sort of lovely, look around, and then right in front of me, there's a bare naked lady bent over, pulling up her bathing suit just before she gets into the water. And I just looked and I thought, this is just like an old English smutty postcard. I am now home. I love it.
Yeah. It's a good. It's a good place. If you like Aldborough, you will love Southwold. I think it's just slightly got the edge because it's got a pier. I don't know. That's just for me, but yeah,
that's a bit. That's further north up the coast, is it, Southwold?
Yeah, it's further north. It's further
Mm.
north up the coast. So, but there's loads of nice little places on the coast, and as we were saying, East Anglia, especially Suffolk, it doesn't get much visitors really. There's mostly local people coming in from around the place. It's not really a tourist destination much. Sort of is, but so it's nice and quiet.
Mm.
And as lovely it was, it was a shame to see the arcade as sort of dilapidated as it was.
That was Felixstowe, wasn't it? You're talking about Felixstowe.
Yeah.
Now.
Oh, sorry, that was a different. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Of course it was. Yeah.
Because after Aldburg, we drove down to Felixstowe, which is also quite a nice place. I was quite surprised. I thought it'd be a lot grottier than it was.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
It did have more of the classic British seaside tackiness on the front, the amusement arcades and the gift shops and stuff. But driving into Felixstowe, it was really nice. And I'm sure I think there's an old Felixstowe which we didn't quite get to, which is probably really nice, I imagine.
Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah.
But I did find it very strange that you got this quite a nice seaside resort and it's bang next to this massive container shipping port. It really was such a contrast. It seemed a bit odd. That struck me as a bit odd.
Which was the reason we'd gone there. May sound strange to people, but we went there to see the container port, as it were. But I'm different. I love seeing that. I know what you mean, and yeah, it's an eyesore and everything. But for me, with my engineering background, I just love seeing all those huge cranes and the lifting bits and it's all very huge engineering, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite intimidating. Just the sheer scale of it.
Yeah, it's basically it's quite an eerie place because it's not supposed to be there. It's out of place. You think, what? Really? This old Edwardian town? We didn't get to the old town, which is very small. Felixstowe Ferry goes to Baldsey over the River Deben. But if you go the other way, you're almost in the Middle Ages. It's weird. Not quite, but there's a foot ferry and it's beautiful. But then you go to the other end of Felixstowe and it's ultra modern, gigantic cranes, looking a bit like H.G. Wells tripods from War of the Worlds. And it's astonishing. It's eerie, I think is the word. It's near a Napoleonic fort, or even earlier, I think. It's near an old fort called Landguard.
Yeah, that was the viewing point, wasn't it? Where we
and the viewing point was near the Landguard port, and people just drive up there and they're drinking flasks of tea, looking at the port.
Yeah.
It's a strange day out, but people do it.
Yeah, it's very strange. It's a bit of a strange attraction. That one. It's not one that you would first would think is something that people would want to go and see. But there you go.
No, indeed.
But yeah, it's good.
Trains are strange. I suppose it's the same as train enthusiasts. And as I say, I loved watching the boats going in and out. So I suppose we are strange creatures. What we like to sit and watch, aren't we?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, I mean, if you go out to Heathrow Airport, you go along the main road, the A4, which goes up towards Heathrow, and there's a field next to it, and you see all the plane spotters just sitting there. Because like the end of the runway is just across the other side of the road, and they get planes taking off and going overhead, and they're just sitting there. Some of them have got their little deck chairs, and they just go there and sit, and they just watch the planes take off. It's quite bizarre.
Yeah.
It's it's always been a very relaxing thing to do. I get lost in the majesty of how clever humans are. You look at all the animals on the planet, and none of them have made a machine to lift more weight than they could physically lift, or run faster than they could physically run, and all this. And so because I suppose I would call myself a train spotter, because I just love watching these kinds of things. Because I get lost in that, in the complexity of how humans came up with these before we had the concepts that we've got today. I love thinking about that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I love it.
And sticking with the area again, it's very English. That's why we travelled to that part of the country, the whole Suffolk, Norfolk, all around there. It's very, for me, there's a few places in England that I think are really old English, remind me of everything English, and I think that area is one of them. It's got a great accent. The guys and girls have got a great accent up there that I just think is a very good English accent. Yeah, and it's kind of just that old-fashioned English place.
Well,
I agree.
It's because it kind of juts out to the east. It does kind of get bypassed. As you mentioned before, Viv, you have all the motorways heading north south, coming up from London, and you don't have any motorways going out to the east. They pretty much go either north or northwest or west, and so yeah, that's probably got something to do with why it's well, I wouldn't say untouched, but it's retained a bit more of its old Englishness, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when you go to the villages, like when we went to Tuddenham. It's a lovely little village, little cottages, nice.
Yeah, from there we went to a lovely couple's house. Obviously, we're not going to give too much away, but yeah, lovely couple, lovely property. We went for a barbecue. And mixed and mingled with, I don't know, I suppose they must have had about 20, 30 people there. And that was a really nice, relaxing evening that ended the beach tour for me. I thought it was lovely.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, and actually, if any of that lot are listening, thanks for a very, very nice evening. Everything about it was lovely, absolutely lovely. Thanks.
Yeah, lovely hospitality, really grand. And I love the way they say, well, we haven't really organised this because we know we can't actually organise you lot.
Well, it was pretty much most of your Stand in the Park crew, wasn't it, Viv?
Yeah, it was most of them. Yeah.
It stands to reason it would have been a good evening.
Yeah, of course. They're a grand bunch, very funny, entertaining. What do you want? What more do you want?
So, what did you get up to on Sunday, Viv? After we left, anything interesting?
What did I do? I had a nap. Yeah, I had a little nap.
Yeah, I think we all did that when we got home.
When I left you, I saw you driving past. Actually, I went to the Maybush pub, sat in there with a pint. There's a nice ale on a cask ale. So I had a pint of that. Walked back through the cemetery. Went back. Had to sleep. Perfect.
Yeah, Sunday. If you had a car, you probably would have washed it. If you had a lawn, you probably would have mowed it.
Yeah, exactly.
I loved your parting comment. You said, "You know what? I think I'm going to go and take a walk to the graveyard and have a think." And I thought, "Oh, that's brilliant."
Yeah, I did. That's exactly what I did. I had a pint of ale, sat there looking around. I saw you drive by. I gave a wave, but I thought you won't know I'm here. I was in the garden. It's a nice little pub, the Maybush, and off I went down the cemetery. Had a think, walked home.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not bad, God, it could be worse, couldn't it? It could be worse.
Yeah, so we'll probably be up sometime around Christmas if things all come together.
Yeah, the party. I've got to say, though, if you're going to be camping in the garden, you need a really good sleeping bag because it may be cold. I'm not sure.
Before you came on, 4D and I were just talking about that. So it's had occurred.
Yeah, indeed. You'll have to invest. I reckon you get if you've got an army surplus, go to that one in Waterloo. That's really good. They'll have army Arctic sleeping bags or something there. Or
there's one local to me actually. I can probably have a look at, but yeah,
they're not expensive. That'll be all right. That'll be nice, actually. I love the idea of when you're camping when it's really cold and you get all snug. As long as you're able to be snug, you're prepared. There's no problem. There's no problem camping out in the cold. People go, ooh, but they're not prepared. That's their trouble.
No, I agree. There's something very nice about sleeping outside in nature, as it were.
Yeah. It's not too noisy here either, so you're all right. It's not that noisy, is it really? There's a few boy racers hurtling down, but otherwise, you know.
No, the noise started once we got back. There's been loads going on in the news this week. I briefly said it's been a very it's exciting, strange, sad, whatever. It's a really been a good week. It's been a strange week. Sorry.
Yeah, indeed.
Well, I mean, over here we have the whole Angela Rayner, or as Katie Hopkins calls her, the ginger growler, caught up in this scandal about not paying tax. So that's all in the news at the moment.
I'm really disappointed. I was hoping she would become prime minister after.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, I was hoping, because that would be the nail in the coffin, wouldn't it? Because she's so incompetent and so useless.
Yeah,
We're doing really well, aren't they? They've had a housing minister go down for evicting people from their house. You've had the corruption minister leave because of corruption, and now we're going to have the tax person done for tax fraud. I mean, it's really crazy. They're great at what they're doing.
They're doing well for themselves. For
yeah.
the country. The country. Sorry.
Yeah, I think she'll. There's loads of calls for her to resign, which she probably should, but I doubt if she will. She'll probably cling on, but it's going to be damaging, very damaging for them.
Yeah, her new Brighton residence, third home, has been graffitied with tax dodger or something, which I think is pretty admirable. I'm glad she's dodging her tax, when we all should do that. So we should take a lead. Take a lead from our so-called leader.
Yeah, but you know, it's the two-tier system, isn't it? You know, as soon as one of us ordinary folk try and do that, they come down as like a ton of bricks. You get someone in her position, that's it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I made a mistake. I've got a young kid. You know, it's like all this crap she's coming out with.
Thank goodness the child wasn't disabled, because that'd be even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, allegedly, you know, it's all bullshit. I'm going to ask some of the recent incomers. I'm going to give them her address and say you can squat there when she's in London. Just get in, and you know.
Yeah, she'll be all right with that. She's all for that.
She's got 2 other places, so she'll be all right.
Yeah, no problem.
And that nickname you gave her, I just want to give a nice call out for Mark Stein, because I think he was the one who coined the ginger growler, and I've always called her the ginger growler since then.
Nice.
And do you know why he gave her the name?
Yeah, because she goes on about her growler.
No. Genuinely, do you know why he gave her that name?
No.
Yeah, I do. Go on.
Oh right, yeah, I was going to say, and it's because because it's out there, and so I can't be done for it. She would do a thing in PMQs apparently where she would wear no knickers and open her legs, so that because they all knew that Boris was into women, it would put him off his speech. So I just want people to understand the education level of the people we've got in Parliament. That you've got a woman who is playing games in the front of the seat, opening her legs to put another man off. It is absolutely disgusting. Allegedly.
Yeah, I've never heard that before. That's a bit shocking.
Yeah.
She goes on. She's spoken about her growler. Euphemism, of course. And I think Sir Keir is Lord Keir. Is he Lord now? I don't know.
God Emperor.
Yeah.
I don't know. Pick one.
God of the Wasteland, a la Mad Max. He's the trial's coming up, I believe. I'm looking forward to that, of the Ukrainian rent boys.
They burned his car.
Apparently, yeah. I thought it would be buried, but it seems not.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't hold out hope for any of these legal cases against any of them anymore. It's funny that you posted that clip of Alex Phillips on Talk TV talking about the Fabian Society, and she's saying about how almost all of them are a member of the Fabian Society, and not just the MPs, but judges, police chiefs. It's really shocking, and and the real intention behind the Fabian Society.
Sounds like everything I read up about the deep state's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just one massive sort of let's say conspiracy, almost like a secret society, which is infiltrated all levels of the establishment to bring in this non-revolutionary globalist left-wing new
Yeah.
world order, essentially.
I'd recommend you check out the Fabian window, and you check out the badge of the Fabians.
Mm.
Oh, I've already
The badge of the Fabians is a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yeah, apparently they've changed
haven't
it.
we
to
spoke about it before? Oh, sorry.
that-
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we have.
Yeah, apparently they've changed it now to a turtle because wolf in sheep's clothing was just a bit too obvious. But
Yeah,
the last time I looked at the Fabian Society, they still had that emblem, the wolf in sheep's clothing.
yeah,
So if they have changed it, it's probably a fairly recent thing.
yeah. I have to say, as an aside, that the arch conspiracy theory Miri AF has been talking about the Fabian Society, and she says that undoubtedly it's it is a bit of a a bit something weird, dodgy, perhaps. But she reckons this is being introduced into conspiracy theory talk in order to distract. Don't know. She's right again. Don't know.
Quite possibly, yeah.
Because a lot of people are talking about Fabians.
Mm. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense to do that. That's information warfare, isn't it?
But, yeah, exactly. But people should know about Fabians anyway, really, if they're at all interested in the hidden hand.
Absolutely, it's very sinister. Very sinister.
Yeah, I live near the Fabian Society. It's not a big office. It's quite a small office,
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not too far from Parliament Square, is it? It's just over the back there.
Yeah, it is. It is. I can forget the road, but it's there. You can see it.
Yeah.
It's not hidden or anything.
No. I wonder how far their reach is internationally speaking. They obviously seem to have quite a lot of influence in this country, but
I don't know. There's an article on UK Column, so that's probably worth a read. I haven't read it yet, but I will do. But I know about Fabians. I know. I posted, I think, as well. Months ago.
And all I was going to say is JFK famously said, we should be opposed to secret societies. Whatever they call themselves is all the kinds of conspiracy stuff I look into. I don't care what they're going to call themselves. It's this idea that there's secret groups doing their own thing, but telling us what to do.
Yeah. Directing the public, the hidden hand, all that business. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, they probably couldn't class them as a secret society in the same way that you probably couldn't class the Freemasons as a secret society, because they have the public facing, they're all known to the public and they have their office or their buildings and this, that, and the other. But there's probably a hell of a lot that goes on underneath everything, which is very, very sinister.
They're essentially, in that old phrase, they're hidden in plain sight.
Yeah.
They're not quite like, I suppose a secret society would be things like the meetings in Bohemian Grove in the United States. And even the World Economic Forum isn't exactly secret. It's been known for a long time as a think tank controlling globalist ideas and theories. And don't they have their ideas? Don't they just? You see, what I've been banging on about for months and possibly years. The small boat crisis is going to be solved by digital ID.
Well, they're going to effectively grant them all leave to stay. That's their solution to it. They're not going to. They don't want to stop them coming in or kick them out. They want to keep them here, but they just want their legal status to be sorted out.
They want us to be on IDs. That's the thing.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's the broader picture. They won't be given to the undocumented folk that drift over here gently on rubber dinghies, which are then sent back to France for reuse. No. This is again a front for the implementation of digital ID on every single phone. And if you haven't got a phone, they'll find a way. They've already said that. They've worked it out. You look at, just type it in. You can see government report after government report. There's loads of them. They badly need digital ID to monitor, track, and control. Data is the new crude oil. And this will lead on the road to central bank digital currencies and the abolition of hard cash and total control. We must resist. We must resist, my friends.
Yeah.
No, this is the hill I will die on, gentlemen. Yeah.
Talking of phones, there is an emergency alert coming this Sunday as well.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, did you get the warning on your phone the other day?
Yeah.
No. The other day, no.
I had a message sent to me saying just to warn you, there's going to be a warning coming out on the weekend. Blah 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 blah. I don't know if I get that because I'm on a list of people that has PTSD. I don't know, but I got the message from the other day.
You may have settings in your phone where you can switch that stuff off.
I'm going to ask my friend.
I'll post something
when I see him.
Yeah, I'll post something probably tomorrow night. Telling people, informing people how to block the emergency signal. Okay, but I mean, I don't have a great deal of reach here, but something in it.
Yeah. Every little helps.
Oh yes, as they say, as do they say.
And sticking on that subject, I see that the French leader has warned hospitals of a possible war for next year. Had you heard that? Yeah.
They're banging the war drums. They're psyching everybody up. They're even saying when it's going to start. So it's I mean, this is what they want. They want war. They
love it.
Yeah.
And 7 German politicians have been strangely disalived.
This is something really just unbelievable. AfD, all Alternative for Deutschland, 7 of them have died in the last week or so. All of them, AfD politicians. They got an election coming up. It's unbelievable how they can get away with that. Is just, I mean, this is no coincidence. This is beyond what are the odds? I'm sorry, I can't believe this is just pure coincidence.
Funny you should ask what are the odds. Some famous person has run the odds, and apparently the odds of them all dying within that time period is something like 3 quintillion to 1.
Yeah, it was there was 4 of them who are actual candidates on the ballot, and 3 others. There were 2 who were what they call backup candidates, and somebody else. And apparently 4 of them have been confirmed as being of natural causes, like heart attack. One guy was in his 70s, but the others, they haven't come out and said what they believe the cause of death to be. And even the explanation of natural causes, heart attack. We've all heard about things like the heart attack gun and all of these underhand, ways of killing people to make it look natural. So it's I don't know. I was shocked by that. I was really shocked. It's so blatant. They are running scared, obviously, of the AfD. And to actually, I mean, Hillary Clinton's got nothing on them. Hold my beer. It's just shocking. It's unbelievable. For
the person that's running and their backup to die, and that not to be the only one, but another one as well, and blah blah blah. It's just ridiculous. Yeah.
I mean, how obvious. I mean, they're so brazen. It's so brazen that you kind of think these people obviously think they can get away with it, and I don't know.
Having lived in Germany for 15 years, I must admit, I always used to say that the worst thing about the Germans is they would still apologise for everything that happened during the First and Second World War. Even though it wasn't them, it was a generation before them, or several generations, is irrelevant. But I think, and where I'm going with that is, I think you really, really have to push the Germans a long way before they would do anything. But I think this will be a massive wake up for the Germans, and I don't know what will. For the German public, I wish them the best, and I hope they can do this safely and unviolently. But I think they might be the first ones in Europe to go crazy because of this.
Well, I mean, from what I understand, the majority of the AfD support was from what used to be East Germany, what used to be communist-controlled East Germany. And so I think that the mentality, it could be quite different between what used to be East and what used to be West Germany with regards to that. So,
well, yeah, but even to the point, you imagine here, right? So who do I hate the most? Labour. So if 7 Labour people suddenly died this week, I would still be up in arms, because the point of it is that 7, people in government, that something corrupt's going on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. This is why I find it so shocking.
Yeah.
And I really hope that the somebody or whoever it is who has the means to do this gets to the bottom of it. And if there is foul play, which I highly suspect there is, that it's exposed. But the world, the way Europe is these days, and the people who run it, I'm not entirely convinced that will happen, unfortunately.
No.
Well, we've got the French. We've got the French Parliament collapsing as well. Government, collapsing as well. Europe's in a massively crazy, self-destructive place at the moment.
Yeah, it is.
So that was the French. We've got the Germans. There's been some other big things. We've got.
Well, it looks like Trump has kind of, in a way, declared war on Venezuela. Did you see them taking out that boat?
I did.
Which was unprecedented, absolutely unprecedented. And I think that may have constituted effectively an act of war. I could be wrong, but the way it was all carried out quite possibly could be construed that way. But what a message to send, eh? It's like,
most certainly.
Yeah, most certainly. Yeah. Like everything, it's crazy. It's not just a small thing; it's a big thing. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was watching. Who's it? Josh Reed. The guy 4D. He does a lot of the Q stuff. And,
yeah.
And he was saying that Venezuela, all of the drugs going into the US are coming from Venezuela, but all of the drugs in Venezuela, or a lot of them, coming from China. So he was effectively equating Venezuela to China. So this could end up being a proxy war if conflict does start between the US and Venezuela. It's going to be a proxy war, effectively, between the US and China.
Interesting.
And it's all about stopping the drugs.
A lot of the fentanyl is Chinese made.
Yeah, and it's coming in through Venezuela.
Yep.
So
fentanyl is disgusting. Disgusting.
Yeah, it's just horrific, isn't it?
These poor people. You're addicted.
Well,
sometimes from it will kill you. Oh, it can and it will. The fentanyl death toll is extraordinary. And it falls on from the what's that called? OxyContin. Yeah. Which is prescribed by our wonderful physicians, or their wonderful physicians. So, yeah, it's serious. It's really serious.
Yeah.
And it's awful. It's so awful.
Well, it does seem like the president of Venezuela, Maduro, is he is up to his neck with the cartels. He is effectively working on behalf of the cartels, and I think that's why they're quite intent on taking him out.
This doesn't surprise me. My view is that all governments are essentially criminal cartels full of mafia members who plot and plan for their own enrichment, and they use the state, the force of the state, and the so in a lot of countries, the so-called monopoly of power, monopoly of force, monopoly of violence, to keep the population in check.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm sorry for being realistic here. They care for us. What am I saying? They care for us. They look after us.
Yeah. Well, another thing which is big in the news at the moment is Graham Linehan, the Father Ted creator, being arrested.
Yeah.
Which quite pertinently, I think Farage pointed this out because he went and made a speech, didn't he, over in Washington? And he pointed out the fact that he's not a British citizen; he's an Irish citizen. So this doesn't just affect the way this government is going on. Doesn't just affect UK citizens. This affects anybody. They can do this to anyone.
Yeah, well, they're treating the British government have always treated Ireland as if it's still a colony. And it's pretty bloody outrageous in my view because it's an independent nation and they fought hard for that independence. Graham Linehan is Irish. What the hell are they doing?
Yeah,
what are they doing? Excuse me, but so Graham comes in. He's a folk hero amongst British and Irish people. Yes, I get that. But he should have come in on a rubber boat. It'd be all right then. Claim asylum from Ireland.
Well, he was arrested apparently for some anti-trans tweets, which he made apparently months and months ago, which is really weird. But there's been an awful lot of backlash as well towards that. And you've got them backpedaling now, and you've got the Starmer comes out and blames the police, and you've got the police chief comes out and effectively blames the government. They're all passing the buck. They're all just trying to dodge the blame for this.
They do every time, though. Yeah, every time they do that.
It's horrendous.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of the Farage talk in America Congress thing?
No, I saw a short clip, but I didn't watch the whole thing. I'm not that interested, to be quite honest with you.
Well, no, I didn't watch it. No.
Yeah, well, luckily I watched it, so you guys don't have to. But I'll tell you what's interesting. Sorry, say that again.
I was going to say, what was PMQs not on at the time? So you had to watch Farage, yeah.
Well, I haven't had PMQs for weeks, so it was just a nice catch me up ready for PMQs this week, which I'll talk about in a minute as well.
All right, nice. No. They were on holiday for a while, weren't they? So you wouldn't have got that, I think.
That's right. I don't know if everyone knows, but yeah, Parliament closes down for summer recess, so I get none of my top class weekly viewing that I love to watch each week. No. What was interesting about the Farage thing, you know my thoughts. I bailed out of the Farage boat ages ago, and I've been sort of slagging him off ever since. But what was really interesting is in Congress, I've kind of worked out who are the scumbags and who are not the scumbags. And what annoyed me was all the scumbags to me, the Jamie Ratshit and all those sort of people. They were all really, really attacking Farage, and I always think, so they don't like him. So is he a good guy? But Jim Jordan was on Farage's side. A couple of the other well-known names that we've heard of, the Trumpers, were on Farage's side. And yeah, the Democrats didn't want him there. They made that clear. There was a lot of angry comments and quite slanderous things said. And I just thought, maybe again, I'm going to have to double guess this and go back on myself and say maybe Farage isn't as bad as I think he is.
Well, I think they would attack him because he does represent the opposition to them. And in this country, he is seen as the opposition to the globalists, I think, to the Labour, the Uniparty, although I still suspect he's essentially a part of that.
I think that's what I'm saying. I thought that kind of made me think maybe he's not a part of it, because that's the thing. They look after their own. You're right. You're exactly right in what you've said. But when I watch PMQs and the Congress stuff, you can tell to me, because I think I've got a bit of an insight into what the deep state is. You kind of work out who the deep staters are and who the ones fighting them are. And for what I think the deep state to be against Farage, it just sort of said to me, "Oh, hang on, Farage isn't as bad as I think he is." But I go back and forward on these things all the time, anyway.
Yeah, you got.
I mean,
sorry, go on, man. Go on, man.
Yeah,
No,
sorry.
I'll hold my thought. I'll hold that thought.
It seems like a lot of the reasons for the what I don't know what you might call them, the Democrats or even the rhinos, is all based not really on much rationale or logic. It's all about their hatred for Trump. Anything against Trump. And that seems to be the bottom line for them. If anything against Trump, it doesn't matter if it makes sense or not. And the fact that Trump has kind of allied himself with Farage is enough for them. It's like, oh, Trump likes him, he must be bad. Attack.
Of course.
Yeah. So that could also be a reason.
And you have the tribal groupings in politics, which saves you from thinking and saves you from independence and having to think for yourself, etc., and all that. And those difficult things, those terribly difficult things, which mean the brain starts whirring, is that you're just basically joining a gang, and it's like joining the Scouts, and you've got rules. There are certain rules, and the rules are that if you're on the left, you do this, or if you're a liberal left, America, you do this, you believe this, you follow this. Same on the Republican right, you do this, you follow this. Anything that breaks the mold is interesting. Whether Farage breaks the mold or not, I'm not entirely sure. But you must remember that that another British politician went to Congress, gave a speech, and he was on the left. His name was George Galloway, and he really blew the joint apart with that speech. I recommend watching that speech about the Iraq War. I mean, whatever you think of Galloway, he is an old school orator.
Yeah, he's another outsider, isn't he? He's an outsider on the left.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Is this a speech of his from some time ago you're talking about?
Yeah. Years ago, wasn't it? After the Iraq War. After the Iraq War.
I don't like the guy, but he is a very, very good speaker. He's a very he can get a crowd behind him, sort of thing.
Mm.
Yeah, oratory, which a lot of people have lost in the field of politics. I mean, Starmer's speeches are, oh God, they're not even speeches. They're like, they're really just like PR handouts.
It's almost like AI listening to Starmer, isn't it? It's just
it really is. It really is. I wonder, you wonder, is he real? Sometimes I think, is this man actually real? He's even got a weird plastic Action Man look about him.
I wouldn't call him Action Man.
Well, no, Action Man. Action Man. All right, sorry, yeah, but know.
I think probably another aspect is all of these people in these positions of power are interested mainly, or all they're really about is protecting their own interests, and anything that presents a threat to that is their enemy.
Their interests of themselves, of their little gang, their mafia cabal, of their particular class, which is the managerial class, and they follow orders given to them by above. We know that I did post something on my stack the other day that Starmer blows with the wind. The flags are coming out. This flag protest is ongoing. And Starmer, apparently, he's got loads of flags, he's got loads at home. He sometimes sits there looking at the Union Jack. It's just wonderful, isn't it? It's just wonderful. And probably singing Royal Britannia, or I don't know, really, Jerusalem something. Don't know. Which is actually, how can I put that? Total bollocks? Yeah, I think I'll go with that.
We are the biggest laughing stock in the world thanks to these imbeciles.
Yeah, and it's just getting funnier and funnier in not literally, but in terms of a laughing stock, then it's getting funnier for the people laughing at us. That's sure.
Literally, it is funny. I was cracking up when I heard Starmer saying that he's he's got flags in his house, and
I listened to that one. It was ridiculous.
cracking up, actually. So I think that there's unintended comedy here that you need to highlight, that one needs to highlight, because they are bloody funny. Let's face it, they're so ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it would be humorous if it wasn't so detrimental to us and the country. That's a real sticking point, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
let's pretend we're the jokers, the jesters at the course of the king.
Well, if we were in another country and we were looking on and as if this was a foreign country, we would probably be splitting our sides, just thinking, "What a joke!" And it would be really funny because it wouldn't be your country. But the fact is, it is our country, and
I know there is that. Yeah, I know. But I tend to think if you don't laugh at life, life will laugh at you.
Yeah.
It spits on my face all the time. I'm fed up with it.
Yeah, I'm fed up with it, but that's the way out. One of the ways out is like stand. Those people don't give a damn.
Well, and the 13th, I'm going to bring the 13th up again. It's amazing who knows about it and who doesn't know about it, I find. But the 13th, next weekend, I shall be, and my friend and Bronze of Taught as well, will be up in London. And if anyone wants to join, just to say your English, just to go back to old-fashioned Christian views, or if you just have had enough of being taxed too much, or if you've had enough of politicians screwing you over, whatever you come up on the 13th. It's not going to be violent. I've been on all of them, and I've seen the police being violent. I've seen the police kettling us in, and I have obviously seen the odd drunken person swearing and pushing a bit and being a bit of a knob end, but you always get them people. On the whole, it is always brilliant. There's as many old people as there are young people. There's as many children as there are. It's brilliant. But all that aside, just come to say, look, we are English and we have fucking had enough of being treated like shit on the bottom of your shoes. Yeah.
And I'll just add to that, watch out everyone for kettling. At the first sign of kettling, get out of there. Okay.
I think they may find that quite difficult to do, to be honest, because there's going to be so many people. That there definitely will be more people at this event than there have been at previous ones, for sure. Because I'm hearing people saying that they're going that have never been to anything like this before. I mean, if that happens, it'll probably be towards the end of the event.
It will be. It will be. Yeah. I mean, I've got out of several kettling events during the Freedom demos back in the day, 2020, 21, 22. Just look at the signs. You don't want to be kettled. It's not nice. They just keep you there. You miss your tea. You miss your tea. You don't want to miss your tea. We're English, so we like our tea.
Well, I think the only way that will happen is because they have been up until now totally peaceful. So they will need a reason for them to do that, and the reason will obviously be some kind of violence or unrest, and that's not going to come from our side. If that happens, that's going to come from their side. There's either going to be infiltrators or something or other. They'll manufacture something to do that.
I would respectfully disagree. At times there's been kettling, there's been no trouble. They just do it. Don't forget, this is good urban training, a bit like in Northern Ireland in the Troubles, the British Army. It was good training for urban warfare.
Yeah, but why would they kettle people? In my experience, they kettle people to hold them so they can recognize them with their CCTV and arrest them. So I've seen that they kettle people and then they just pick them out one by one.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But it's a show of force. I mean, during the more left wing stopped city, and before the left lost the way. Anti-globalist protests, people would be kettled. Even people who were just shopping on Oxford Street. There was a kettle on Oxford Street years ago, 20 years, I don't know, longer than that. During a mate of mine went to he was just wandering around and he got caught up with the kettle on Oxford Street. So it's even a show of force. It's an experiment as well. Can you do it? How do you do it? You know, it's a real live experimental situation.
Yeah, but I'd argue that all of that's wrong. It's called kettling because they deliberately. The point of kettling is to cause a boiling point. What they do is they get you in a situation where you're right. They're looking for people but they look for the ones that they know will lose their temper. They whip out their stick. They slap you on the back of the leg so it hurts like fuck. And that's kettling is about starting trouble. That's the point of it.
Yeah, of course, of course.
So it's not that it's not. Oh, don't worry. They're looking for people to arrest you. No. They want to cause. It's called causing a boiling point.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they want to cause trouble. They want the hotheads to just blow the kettle. You want the hotheads kettles to whistle.
Yeah. The difference, Viv, this time I think is that the world is going to be watching. But back in those early days, and you've been doing this stuff a lot longer than me, so you'll know it better. But in the early days, the coppers could get away with that because no one really knows what's going on, and even if there's a couple of people recording it in the crowd, they'll just grab their phones and smash them up anyway. But now Tommy's made it such a massive thing that you're going to have. Apparently, Australian news is going to be there. I can guarantee some sort of American news will be there. There'll be other countries there. We've also got so many citizen journalists now that it's one of those situations where they would be really, really stupid to try and kettle. They'd be stupid to try and start an argument because I don't think they can do it undercover anymore.
No, it depends what their orders are from above.
I
suppose. Yeah. We shall see. But take care.
Yeah. No, cheers. As I say, I don't think we've had any problems when we've been, have we?
No, I mean we never stay to the end anyway. I think that there's always the odd handful of arrests for minor things, but no, nothing particularly noteworthy.
Well, no, that's normally after the parade that's normally after the parade's quietened down and you're talking sort of 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the evening when the lads have had a couple of pints and they get a bit rowdy. And so, no, we've normally gone by that point. And again, anyone that's going to be going for the Tommy March part of it, that's normally later on. It's not part of the march anyway.
Yeah. I just think that whatever you think about this, whatever you think about anything, there is the right to assembly, and there are some really pretty shit rights to assembly, not rights to assembly, pretty shit assemblies which are allowed to continue. So,
And they're stopping all the trains going into London just for this bloody one thing. I mean, they give us the right to assembly, but they're going to make it as hard as hell for us to get there.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I think word about that has gone out, so I think a lot of people will be coming down earlier, I reckon.
Yeah,
I'm still deciding what to do. A friend of mine has said they're gonna, so they feel they're getting involved, which I think is a brilliant idea because then that you've still got involved because you're going to get me and my friend up there. So I think I've got a lift up there. I might have to lean on you for a lift home or something. An extra. Oh, I won't go into. But other than that, I think I'll be all right. But yes, I think I've heard some people saying they're coming down in the morning, the night before. But also, Tommy's laid on a load of buses, so there's going to be people that can get down just because of the buses that have been laid on.
Right,
go if they're stopping people at Waterloo. Just don't go to Waterloo. You can go to London Bridge. It's a bit of a schlep, but you go there, or you can go to Euston, walk down. I mean, that's a bit of a walk again, or get the bus.
The thing is, because there's really tight restrictions on the on the march this time, and the assembly point was Waterloo Station, but they've now said that we have to enter the assembly area from the east. So it's like right at the end, Stamford Street, Viv.
Yeah.
Where it comes up to the IMAX to the Waterloo roundabout. That's where people have to assemble from, and they can't come from the west. They have to come from the east. So you're talking Blackfriars, London Bridge, maybe Southwark, something like that.
Blackfriars is a good idea. Blackfriars was an excellent idea. It's easily walkable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plenty of other ingress points, so don't worry about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What I love about that, I'm a fan of Lord of the Rings. I believe it was Gandalf that said, "Look to the east for the morning sun, and I save you all." So yes, look to the east, gentlemen. We'll be coming from the east as the sun rises.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cannon Street's not a bad idea. It's not that far. You can walk it, but there'll be buses running, won't there?
Yeah.
Cannon Street, isn't it?
But
If you can.
yeah, there's going to be loads of road closures, so I'm not sure what public transport buses are going to be like.
You get on a bike then rather than bikes.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
I'd probably say come from Blackfriars or Southwark Station. Those are two.
Sure, Blackfriars. Yeah. That's the one. Sorry, not Cannon Street. Yeah.
But
I'll be right though. It's not that far. Walk down the embankment, you'll be right.
Yeah, it's quite interesting because they're trying to stop people joining. Once the march moves off, they're trying to stop people joining from, along the route. That's why they're making these specific instructions for the assembly, because once you start moving, apparently they're saying they're going to be blocking off all like the side routes, so people can't just come in from the sides as the march is going along.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I've been on plenty of demos on the freedom marches, so yeah, I know how it works. They do try to do that. Yeah, but you can't block every street. London's a warren.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a field day for criminals because all the police are going to be down there policing that, aren't they?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's right.
So all the criminals can go out and do their shoplifting, and
yeah, well, they do that anyway.
Yeah.
And if you can't get down for the day, put on a live stream. Find a local live stream or one of the big live streamers. Just give them more views, because that means the algorithm will pick them up and send them out to people around the world as well. So even if you think you can't make it, at least just put a live stream on in the background, and then you are still sort of having something to do with it.
Yeah. Do you know what though? There used to be loads of live streams. I knew some of the citizen journalists. I used to hang around with them, and I'd always look at them, but you can't find them anywhere now. Where the hell are they? I mean, yeah, YouTube has been cleared pretty much.
Oh, there's still a fair few out there. They're probably just new ones have sprung up, and the ones that you probably know have moved on to do other things.
Yeah, but you type in London Freedom Protest 2021, and you're not going to get a lot, really. 2022, you won't get a lot.
Oh, really? What, on YouTube? Yeah, saying they've been taken down.
I presume so, but it don't say that. But
oh, I see what you're saying. The old stuff is getting taken down. Yeah, I didn't know that. Right.
Oh yeah. But I guess there are other platforms which I haven't explored. So there you go.
I'll have to try and think of a list and put them into our Discord or something for you. But there's some that have been going on since the beginning. To be fair, another thing is a lot of them have their channels closed down and then they reopen another channel. But if you haven't got the slight change in their name, you would never find them again. I just searched. I have been searching when I wrote a few pieces about, a bit of nostalgia back in the day and all that. I thought I'd put a live stream it, but there's not that many. I just put in something like 2022 London Freedom Protest, anti-lockdown, those kind of search terms, but they don't come up. There's not much. I'll be them their algorithms.
I'll be them algorithms. I've heard of them. Yeah.
I see. I guess you kind of have to be careful what you say because it's an ongoing case. But 2 people have been arrested with regards to the Scottish 14-year-old girl. And all I'm saying about that is it indicates there is a little bit more to that, which I think we all knew anyway. But 2
other people apart from the girl. Yeah, you're saying.
Yeah, so the guy that was filming, it was always known that he was there with someone else, and him and the other one else said it was the girls attacking him. I say someone else. I think it was a man and a woman. I think I'm right in saying it's a man and a woman that's been arrested. So the man and the woman that were filming the incident clearly, as we all figured anyway, there was more to it because they've both been arrested. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Also, the the whole reason for the Epping hotel protest sparked up was that one of the migrants apparently assaulted like a 14-year-old girl. Well, he had his case today, and he got found guilty on several counts.
Several counts, indeed.
Several counts, yeah.
As in, there was another girl that hadn't been mentioned that was involved as well.
Yeah, so that's kind of some justification there. That Epping's not gonna. That's just gonna keep going, isn't it?
They're out today. They're out tonight. I will check while we're talking if they're still there. But it was going off as I came in again.
Yeah, but apparently this is going to be sentenced to jail, but we don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, and we're going to end up paying for it as well, which is
I suppose so.
Doesn't look like there's anything still going on in Epping, but it was earlier this evening.
Yeah, I mean, whenever this eventually does die down, that hotel, who's going to what's going to happen to that hotel? I mean, I can't imagine the owners having any credibility as resuming as a normal hotel.
We don't mind. They've been paid enough for it by Serco, so
yeah, I know, but trying to keep it going as a legitimate concern will probably be quite difficult for them. They might just end up selling it, I reckon.
Yeah, turn it to a care home.
No, it'll be knocked down, and they'll build flats there. They'll build apartments there.
It's not such a horrible building. That's mock Tudor, old school. So I don't know really. I don't know what to think really.
Forever tainted. Strangely enough, I did see as well something which surprised me. There's mass protests happening in Japan about immigration as well. Which
I caught that actually. Yes, yeah.
I thought Japan wasn't one I had down for having immigration problems, but yeah, apparently they're out on the streets in Japan protesting about this as well. It's happening everywhere.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, what more evidence do you need? It's absolutely coordinated.
Yeah, but the Epping well, these children were wearing school uniform. What the hell?
Yeah, well, that was probably part of the attraction. That's what.
Well, I suppose so. Yeah, obviously attracted to that kind of thing. Yeah, of course.
Where's it
going? There you go. Where's it going to end? Oof,
yeah. Oh, and going backwards slightly, I also see that when we were talking about Farage over in America, he was supposed to be taking Lucy Connolly with him, but did you hear why she couldn't go? They banned her from going.
Yeah, conditions of her release, which is
conditions.
Yeah, that's right. Of course, I didn't know that, but that's no surprise. No surprise at all.
No surprise, but it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Why can't
she travel? What's wrong with her traveling? It's so stupid.
Well, it's conditions of bail. She could be put back inside because she's not served the full sentence. That's why it is really.
Alex Belfield's had his book banned.
Has he?
Yeah. I think I'm right in saying that was yesterday.
Ooh, interesting.
And that was all just about his time in Nick, which was not right anyway. I personally don't like the guy, but I am with him. I'm on his side. Yeah.
But someone that you've met has read the book, says it's an interesting read. It makes me want to read it now that it's been banned. I always want to read banned books.
Yeah.
If someone tells me that I shouldn't do something, I think, oh, that sounds all right. I might do that. So yeah, that's a good advert actually. That's very good in a way because
it's good, but not because he can't make any money on it because he can't sell the book.
No, of course, but the he'll have a larger reach from people who think, oh, what's that about then?
When you say it's been banned, by whom and where? I'm sure they'll be able to get hold of it. People will be able to get hold of it if they really want to.
What does it mean? You get a book ban, so that means it can't be. Does it mean like nothing about the book can ever be spoke about? Does it?
No,
Don't know.
I
That's
think
what I'm
so.
asking. That's kind of what I'm asking. It's like, what are the what's the extent of the ban?
I'll find out. I'm finding out now. I'll tell you.
Yeah, because I was going to say, could he do a tour where he sits on stage and just reads the book? You know,
maybe.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's up to the venue to ban him then. Come on. I'm trying to see if you can get it on Amazon.
While he's searching for that, and it's a bit of a curveball, but just because I've seen a flash as I was searching for something. Have you seen The Rock recently?
Yeah, was he been on one of those weight loss drugs? Has he been injecting himself?
No, there's no sort of explanation as to why he's looking like that, which is again why I suppose that's why everyone's sort of looking at it, is that he was a massive big heartthrob not 12 months 24 months no 12 months ago when he was doing that stuff with Haiti and what's her name, you've got a car, you have a car, what, forget what her name is, and now he's skinny as a rake.
Yeah, well, it could be illness.
Yeah, it could be lack of adrenochrome.
Belfield's book is available. There's no paperback available now. The only available edition is Kindle. There's no paperback, put it that way.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's, maybe the print run's gone, but it's only available on Amazon as Kindle for $9.99.
Would that be a publishing thing? Could the publishers have decided not to run it?
Could be. Could have sold out first print run. That happens.
No, I was just before he was saying it was banned, so I'm thinking, is that a print ban? Strictly a print ban? You know?
Well, because I was going to say, I think it was the Met Police that banned it, and the reason it was banned, I think I'm right in saying that he told a story that an officer had told him, and because he won't release the information on who the officer was that told him the story, they've said it's fake, and for that reason the book has to be banned. Again, I don't quote me, as something around those kinds of things.
Yeah, the police can't ban anything. It's not up to them to administer justice, is it? They're not the ones who have the say in how the law is administered. They just
no, but I guess they've pushed it up and said this is the reasons, because he's saying a falsehood about police officers or something, or and maybe that's where the government have said, okay, we'll ban the book. I don't know. It will bring him a lot of, if they have banned it, it will bring him a lot of fame, so to speak. So,
well, yeah, it's the old Streisand effect.
Streisand effect, yeah.
It's going to come into play, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. It does appear to be. It's out of stock, basically. It's out of stock, but there's mention of banning here as well. On a YouTube channel, Bullies and Liars, they can't ban your book. Don't know. Yeah. Why they won't put it in writing that they're banning my HMP, and they cannot ban me book. It's something to do with the Fosse Way murder. Don't know what that is actually.
Right, yeah, it was a particular case or something that he talks about. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. So it could be sub judice. It could be something you're not meant to. You know, what's that other term? The government have a lot of terms. Something you can't talk about anyway.
Truth.
Yeah, that's it.
Facts.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Oh, I see. Yeah, there was apparently a murderer at the prison. Yeah. Okay.
That's what it was. That's it. Yeah. He apparently, while he was there was a murder at the prison. Something happened at the prison, and someone was unalived, and he got the story from another officer apparently, and they're not very happy with that. That the public now know that there's, because I think he explains that there's something like 3 deaths a week in our prisons, and we don't even know about it.
Yeah, it's hideous, isn't it? Hideous. So the prison, the Fosse Way, is a prison. Yeah, of course, HMP prison. Yeah, so he's talking about three people who murdered someone, who jointly murdered another inmate in the prison. Yeah. Okay.
Allegedly.
Well, they're charged. They've been charged with murder in 2024. One of them's been found guilty. Oh, two are jailed for heinous killing of inmate. So there you go.
So it's not even an alleged case then. It's already been done and dusted. It's just that he talked about it. Right.
It seems to be, but I'm getting scanty information on this. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. God.
But that's what I'm getting here, just on a quick trawl. Yeah. So there you go. But someone you know, who you met last Saturday, read the book and said it's very interesting. Well,
and that reminds me also. My friend Ivor, who makes tin, good old Ivor makes tin. I've got myself some now, so I'm gonna speak to Ivor about his tin, and I'm gonna start taking that. So I'll report if anything crazy happens to me.
Excellent.
The only crazy thing that will happen to you is you might get healthier. But, I would like to know where you met Ivor, and
it was through a friend, and she has lots of animals. For some reason, the vet knows how to get tin. Yeah, I don't know.
There we go. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it totally. Totally.
I might ask you for a favour in that direction, 4D, at some point.
Okie dokie. Right. Yeah. Got you.
Because as you know, one of the experimental subjects, a very amusing person that you know with wild, crazy hair, just necks a whole bloody tube enough to fell a racehorse and was absolutely fine, except he saw the northern lights on the ceiling.
I remember him telling us that.
I did enjoy speaking to him. I believe he's the one that's got the Belfield book, isn't he?
No, it's not.
It wasn't him.
It doesn't matter. Actually. Yeah,
it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Yeah,
it's all good. Yeah. But
he did fill me with confidence when, he was like, "Yeah, I just took the whole tube," and I thought, "Well, yeah, that's good enough for me," because I was always worried that I won't get the amount exactly right. But I think he's put me right. That's right. That it won't matter.
Yeah. I mean, he'll just go for it, and he did go for it, and nothing bad happened except some interesting light displays. He's lying there thinking, "I feel better," or do I? Yeah, I do. Oh no, maybe not. But it didn't do any harm, did it?
It should. I think it takes about a week to get here, so it won't even be till next week. But I'll kind of do a run in. I'll keep. It'd be good for other people to know, to have a proof that someone is taking it and see what happens with it all.
Maybe all three of us should do the Parasite Protocol and compare notes.
Those are quite tough. You have to be really strict, and depends which protocols you go with. But some of them require more than just one thing. And half, so that some of them that I've read, and you've got to take this, and you've got to take that, and you've got to take this, and I'm looking down the list, something I've never even heard of half of these things, or let alone know where to get them from.
I think have a look at Joseph Mercola. Do you know him? He goes on about Mercola, Mercola.
All right,
he's got a protocol.
Where is that? Is that Substack or?
I think he's got a website. I believe he's on I think I follow him actually. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Mercola, Mercola. He's got a Parasite Protocol. Yeah, you can adjust it. I've got the the one, the two droppers that someone at the stand was talking about. Put 10 drops of each, or mix them up.
Isn't it?
I am talking about Maureen. I am. Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, I think that's part of it, but I don't know if you have to follow. They're all different ones.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm interested in this. I'm interested in the possibility that not the fact that we're infested with parasites, and that getting rid of them can improve your health.
It stands to reason if we do have parasites, that getting rid of them is going to be good. I do wonder. It's if, like, personally speaking, if I have parasites in my body, just how many and how much are they affecting me?
There is that.
trillions and trillions and trillions, and a lot of them you need for survival.
Yes.
We are massive parasite bins, in fact, and to be fair, you will be killing off some of the good ones that you need, but it won't matter because those will rebirth themselves. But yeah, you'll be surprised. I think we're literally covered in parasites.
I've got to say that the 4D is on point there. Yeah, there are good ones. We have a biome, and obviously we need them. I don't want to kill the good boys and girls that are inside us, but don't know how it works yet. Don't know. I have to research.
I think I've said it before. I'm so interested in the castor oil stuff, and I was looking. I am genuinely going to do that one as well. And I was looking into it more in depth because I thought, why would this even work? And one of the guys up there said, "Oh, have a look at red light therapy." And so I did, and I was having a look at red light therapy, and this is the idea that because we're looking at the screens a lot, and TV screens and computer screens, that we're taking a lot of blue light. And the idea is you look just above a red light, a particular power of bulb, and it's kind of the red light is then resetting the blue light that's gone in there. But when you add the idea of castor oil, back in the day, they used to give women castor oil to induce pregnancies. Castor oil is also used for if you've got constipation and things like that. So I look into that and I think, so it's something that relaxes different muscles. So I'm thinking about it from the eyes point of view, and then I was looking into what goes wrong with the eyes and cataracts is quite interestingly, but it's all to do with the muscles and the nerves up there. So I guess all day we're straining our eye muscles as it's going in and out of focus and this, that, and the other. The castor oil will just give it. The idea is you do it just before you go to bed, close your eyes, go to sleep, and I guess it's helping to relax your eyes to get them ready for the next day, and thus giving you an extra sort of lease of life in your eyes. I'm very interested in it.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed is coming up to visit you for the weekend, Viv. I spent a lot less time looking at screens than I normally do. I quite often spend a lot of my downtime in front of my screen, either on the internet or watching films or whatever. And I didn't do half as much as that. And I did feel like I kind of felt a bit more energetic afterwards, had a bit more energy, and I felt like my eyes were a bit better as well.
Absolutely.
I mean, I used to have good eyesight. I mean, my eyesight's still okay; it's not too bad. But I have had to start wearing glasses, and that started when I started working in IT, and I've spent most of my days in front of a screen, and my eyes deteriorated pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that screens, looking at screens is a big problem. Most
certainly. My eyes are messed up. I need to get them sorted. And interestingly, I don't know, maybe it's hereditary, but both my children had their eyesight was all right, but then with the screens came in, they had to wear glasses later on in their both around into adolescence. As they grew into adolescence, I suppose they both needed glasses.
I remember in the early days of computer screens, there was a thing where they said for every 20 minutes you looked at the screen, you were supposed to look away from the screen and spend 2 minutes or 20 seconds or whatever it was, some time away from the screen, looking at things far away and close to you, far away and close. Because again, human eyes are supposed to be constantly going in and out of focus. That's how we see a 3D world that we live in. But if you're doing an 8 hours job in front of a TV screen or a computer screen or something, your eyes are just lazily looking at one depth. And thus, unfortunately, if you're a kid of this generation, you've grown up with screens. Unfortunately, your eyes aren't learning to do all the focusing.
Yeah, I mean, if I spend too long looking at my phone screen, it makes my eyes go blurry.
Very much so. Yeah,
10 15 minutes of just going through stuff on my phone, and I look up and it's just blurry. It's quite dramatic.
This is why I was so interested in the eyes, because I feel in the last 4 or 5 years my eyesight's got terrible. I'm terribly blurry now. But like you, I spend a lot of my time in front of a screen, looking at news, looking at stuff, playing a game, whatever I might be doing. I'm looking at a screen, and I'm very worried about my eyesight. There's a couple of guys around here. I don't know if you've got any friends or anything where they have to hold their phone right up to their face to be able to see what they're seeing, and I'm seeing it quite a lot. Where I guess the eyes have just forgotten how to be able to focus.
Yeah, well, it's unnatural, isn't it? It's unnatural. But no, as regards to having any friends, the answer to that one is no. But yeah, screens are so bad for us. They really are. I mean, we used to watch TV as a kid, and that was the only screen that we'd ever sit in front of. And we were always told, don't sit too close to the screen. And it's not like we spent most of the day sitting in front of a screen. And even if we did, it didn't seem to have the same effect that modern screens have, because they used to be the old cathode ray tubes, whereas now they're all kind of LED and LCD, and it's a different thing altogether, I think.
We weren't allowed to watch the TV that long. I think it got to the point where on Saturday evenings you'd have the sort of family time. There'd be sort of everything from 18 through to sort of 9 o'clock at night. But even then, I think we were limited to 2 hours. I think it was like a film and something else, and then we were told we weren't allowed to be looking at the TV anymore. So, and back then, most of us would have grown up in an era where we were outside more than we were inside anyway. But sure, yeah, I didn't grow up sort of staring at a screen for any length of time.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of our leisure time was out playing with our mates, out on our bicycles or whatever, playing football in the back garden or whatever. So yeah, definitely.
I was the last year in my school to have never had a computer screen in school. I never got taught computer studies, I think it was called. But so yeah, I was the last year to not. So I didn't even have a screen in school. I remember using a typewriter. But never a keyboard and screen.
Yeah, for sure.
It's crazy to think that we're not that old, and yet we had a completely different childhood to someone that's being born today. Absolutely, 100% different. It was all fresh air, outside, get out, stay out. Most of the time, your parents were hoping someone was going to take you away. And now it's the absolute opposite. I mean that as a joke.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
But yes, the red light therapy is another one worth looking into, guys. Because if you can just sort of stare at above a red bulb and sort of re-energize your eyes, that sounds like a good idea to me as well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I have heard of this this thing of staring at the morning sun as well. I've never tried it because I rarely get up that early, and we don't get much sun here. But apparently, staring at the morning sun. I know that they're meant to say don't stare at the sun because it'll make you go blind.
Yeah.
Just as the sun's rising, I've heard that if you stand there and look at it for I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes, that's actually meant to be very good for you. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah,
it's something I've heard.
No, I'd heard that as well. I've got really another problem with my eyes. I've got very sensitive eyes. As soon as it's sunny, I have to put a pair of shades on. I really squint in the sunlight. And someone was saying to me, "Oh, you've got to get used to staring at the morning sun." I don't think they were saying as it, but anyway, the morning sun. And and people say you shouldn't look at the sun. I'd always been told don't look at the sun because you'll get spots in your eyes, and it makes sense. And I'm not telling anyone to do it, but I did it, and it way too painful. I literally cannot look at the sun, and I don't know if it's painful for other people, but it sure was for me. And if that is a way of helping my eyes, it's not for me, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't suggest looking at the sun during normal daylight hours, but early on in the morning when it's just coming up, you don't have the
I know what you mean. It's got a kind of different. It's not the same yellow. It's kind of there's almost a different color to the yellow when it's coming up in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, look, time is sort of getting on. I was going to say we're still on Laurel, and maybe we want to round him up and go on to someone else.
Yeah. Whose turn is it to pick a new one? It's who is it?
I believe it.
I don't know.
Well, let's go to Viv next.
Just one thing slightly kind of it's not strictly Stan Laurel, but it's a line from Blazing Saddles which I always thought was great, where they're waiting to welcome the new sheriff, and he has this wreath which he's proposing to give to him, and he's practicing his speech. And he says, "I give you this laurel and a hearty handshake."
Oh, right.
very, very good. Yeah.
That's another film you have to be very careful with which lines you're going to quote from that film.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, indeed.
They made the films different back then, but anyway, yeah.
I certainly did.
What else do you guys know about? Yeah, I'm going to show off how old you guys are. It's more of your era than mine. So, what else did you know about those guys, or want to say about those guys? Oh, sorry, just the one guy. Sorry.
Yeah. Nothing really. I thought there'd be quite a lot to talk about Stan Laurel, but I've kind of not. I've kind of run out of things to really bring up. I do. You know when you watch Laurel and Hardy and something happens to Ollie and he gives that really exasperated, frustrated look at the camera.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, apparently that wasn't always him acting, because Stan Laurel used to do a lot of the writing and the directing of it, and that Ollie used to get quite frustrated with him because he would be like, wanting to do things again and again and again, and I'll try this and try that, and sometimes those looks he gives to the camera are actually quite genuine. There wasn't just him acting. He was like, oh,
yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
But yeah, so is Viv, is it your turn?
It could be. Slightly concerning.
I was going to say it still blows my mind that we're in the 21st century and he was born in the 1800s, because he was born in 1890, and it just, for us to have seen a film with him in, and it feels, the numbers 1890 just seem too long ago for us to even comprehend.
Well, yeah,
incredible.
Yeah, I mean, you can apply that to a lot of events. I mean, you think about World War One, that was over a century ago now. World War Two is we're not too far off from that being a century ago either.
Yeah, I'm a Billy the Kid fan. I've always been inspired by Billy the Kid, and Billy the Kid was. I always remember he died in 1901, which was a year after the first car. 1902, which was a year after the first car was made in 1901. And to think that Stan Laurel was born in 1890, sort of 11 years before the concept of the first ever car. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
Yeah, before aeroplanes.
Yeah.
When was the first flight? The Wright brothers. That was 1903. Was it? Was it that early?
I thought it was.
Because Blériot flew across the channel in 1911, I think. 1910, 1911. I think that was first guy to fly across the channel.
I think it wasn't 19th century. I think it was very, very early in the 1900s.
Yeah, that's
I'm pretty sure.
1903.
Yeah,
I have in my head. I'm not sure if that's correct.
I think you could be right. Yeah, hang on. Let's go to the Mr. Internet.
I was just doing that. I was just doing
1903. 1903. Yeah.
Yeah. And,
Oh
and
yeah,
so-
1903. So it wasn't long. So basically, we designed the first car, and straight away we'd worked out engines and all sorts, and we went not long after that straight up into the air. Amazing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
this
mean,
is second. This is second industrial revolution, which is basically
Mm.
about communication. So you had undersea cable. You from Europe to America. You had telephones beginning to develop, telegraph. So
Imagine
yeah, this
Stan
is
Laurel's.
this second industrial revolution stuff. Yeah.
So imagine life for Stan Laurel. He would have been about 50, so 11 to 15, around that age group, which is a boy's sort of inspiration and going through puberty, but actually changing a lot. And he would have gone from watching horse and carts to hearing about the first or the idea or the concept of getting in something and driving down the road. It must have been really exciting for a 15-year-old boy who's, you know, all of the things that we take for granted, that none of that had ever been thought of.
yeah.
No, indeed.
The horseless carriage.
It's absolutely amazing. All of these things have been imposed on us, like what's happening now in the fourth industrial revolution. Oh, it's all imposed. Nobody votes for it. Nobody says, "Yeah, that's a good idea." No. It just happens. And but they are designed. I mean, the first industrial revolution was quite shocking, really, when you think the way it developed. And okay, it developed fairly organically. Steam engines arrived, the manufactories and mills were set up. People were taken off the land and put to work in the dark satanic mills of Manchester and well, the North Lancashire and Yorkshire and. So yeah, but nobody really got much of a choice. We didn't get a choice in the town I live in for the industry to be just removed, and we can see why in this we're in the middle of the fourth industrial revolution. You can see why when we went to Felixstowe, that's the outcome. 10% now British manufacturing. Don't need it. We've got a big factory. It's called China, and they just. And this is why I said it was as important. I mean, I know people would say, "Oh, what are you talking about, Viv? You know, what's important about a bloody container port?" But this is facilitating globalist trade. I'm used globalist advisedly. It's not global trade because I don't think we send much back to China. As someone who knows about these things and said to us on Sunday or Saturday, a lot of these containers go back empty.
Yeah. Well, we don't produce anything in this country anymore. Very little, do we?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
it's a shame because we still have the capability to do it, but they've just decided not to. They've just shut it all down.
Yeah, that's right.
I think we could get back to that.
We could easily get back to it. I mean, the fact that it's not even saving us money, like Dr. Martens, one of my favourite body boots, used to wear them all the time. Made in Nottingham, last forever, last for years. They were workman's boots, basically. You could get them with steel caps as well. So if you dropped a hammer on your foot, you'd be all right. Anyway, beautiful shoes. I used to go to that place in Camden. Do you know that, Bronze? That one down just, that little shop.
I'm not sure it's still there, to be
Of course it isn't, because they foolishly went down the fashion route. And they opened big shops. There was a big one in Covent Garden. And they've moved the manufacturing to, well, not only China, but I think Thailand as well. Don't quote me on that. Other manufacturing sites outside the UK from Northampton. Now, Northampton is a centre of world excellence for shoemaking, just like Sheffield was for steel. And, you know, and in Wales, Port Talbot, steel as well, raw steel, you know. It's all gone, and it's a bloody shame.
Yeah.
It really is. And they're not even cheaper. They're not even cheaper.
No,
they're more expensive. They're more expensive.
And they just fall apart as well now, don't they? So
last pair I bought, I thought, I like the ones with the yellow lacing, which interestingly is copyrighted. and they cost as much as they cost. They used to sell here, so it's not even cheaper for us as the consumer. But good news is there's a company that still makes Dr. Martens, the original company, so you can get them from here, but they are expensive now. Of course they are.
So from Stan Laurel to Dr. Martin boots.
There you go.
A brief history.
the best of British.
Yeah. So you still got to pick a new one, Viv.
Do you fancy a double?
Go on then.
Yeah. John Le Mesurier and Hattie Jakes. Now that is quite a tale.
Yeah. I mean, Hattie Jakes obviously leans heavily into the carry, which you've sort of touched on with Sid James, but that's okay because that wasn't just what she did. And John Le Mesurier, he did quite a lot of interesting things. Dad's Army to be.
Yep. There is a backstory to their actual life. It's very odd.
They were a couple, weren't they? Were they married?
They were a bit more than a couple, apparently.
Right. Okay.
We'll save that. Yeah, cool. Okay. Right.
But so
I don't know. I don't mind that, but maybe a couple of weeks we'll hit on those two because it's very odd. Something very odd happened there.
Yeah, it was a bit strange, the relationship, wasn't it? From what I've heard.
Yeah. Just a bit.
Anywho.
Well, yeah, we doth our hat to you, Stan Laurel, and thank you for your very strange comedy slapstick look at the world. Yeah.
Innovative, I would say.
Yeah.
So it's coming up to 10 o'clock. Time we start to wind things down. And
It is.
And wind each other up with bad jokes.
How'd you get Pikachu onto a bus?
Don't know.
Your Pokemon.
Oi! That's all right. That's good. That.
There's a woman in the hospital having a baby, and she starts yelling, "Shouldn't, wouldn't, couldn't, don't, can't." And the husband's a bit alarmed. And the midwife turns to him and says, "Don't worry, they're just contractions."
What? Linguistics. Yeah. Okay.
The old linguistics, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I get that now. Yeah. Skeleton walks into a pub and orders a pint of beer and a mop.
Is that it? Is that the joke?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, funnily enough, my anatomy class had to assemble a human skeleton. And for a joke, I hid one of the arm bones. No one found that humorous.
All right.
That's Viv's polite way of saying that wasn't funny.
No, I do like it. The humorous bone is called the funny bone, and if anyone doesn't know that, I don't want to explain it too much.
No, it ruins the joke when you have to explain it.
I know.
What annoys me is I can totally keep secrets. It's the people I tell them to that can't.
I went out for a meal the other night, and the waitress asked me if I wanted a box of my leftovers. I lasted 3 rounds before she knocked me out. A delayed reaction from Viv.
Yeah. Not bad.
We saw a lot of dogs this weekend. A lot of your friends up there have got dogs, so here's a dog joke for everyone. I threw a ball for my dog. It's a bit extravagant, I know, but it was his birthday, and he looks great in a dinner jacket.
Oh, that's sweet, actually. Yeah.
Did you hear there's a coin shortage in America at the moment?
No.
Yeah, we're running out of common sense.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a joke and not a joke, because I think we are running out of common sense.
Yeah. Many a true word is said in jest.
Yeah.
Why did the strawberry cry?
Oh, I don't know.
He found himself in a terrible jam. Tumbleweed. What do you call a woman who doesn't have any feet and but still can still walk?
I don't know.
Peg.
Denise.
Oh,
Denise.
yeah. Okay.
If we're going to do lady jokes, why did the lady wear a helmet every time she ate?
Don't
I
know.
don't know.
She was on a crash diet.
Yeah. Proper dad joke.
Yeah. I thought our other ones were a little bit non-dad jokes, so we better get back.
Yeah, seriously, long non-dad jokes.
Yeah, I think this one's a variation of one which has been said before, but here we go. Drinking too much alcohol can cause memory loss, or even worse, it can cause memory loss.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I like that. I like that. Sorry, but yes. Why did the painting go to jail?
I don't know.
What did he do to end up in jail? I mean, does anyone know?
No.
Well, he didn't do anything. He was framed.
Boom, boom.
Oh.
Okay.
Saw my psychiatrist last week. My psychiatrist said to me, "You're crazy," and I said, "I want a second opinion." He said, "Okay, you're ugly too."
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Well,
Wow.
gentlemen, I'm really I'm still tired from the weekend. I really am getting too old for this. I think I'm going to have to say goodnight to you all and get into my little bed.
Yeah, I think I will as well. Okay.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Well, it's great that you had a good time in this backward backward boondocks.
No, it's probably more civilized than where we are. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's peaceful. It's quiet. People
Yeah.
are polite, aren't they? They're pleasant. I don't know. It's all right. Could be worse.
Good time was had by all.
Excellent.
And thanks for your fantastic Friday night Italian cuisine. That was very nice.
Oh yeah, that's all right. That's right. I chucked the rest in the freezer, so that's going to be good. That's all good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, again, we didn't mention that you another great meal. Thanks very much for that.
Yeah. Traditional English spaghetti bolognese or pasta bolognese.
Well, yeah, I love the antipasti. That was good.
Antipasti, yeah, that was all right, wasn't it?
That Napoli salami was really nice.
That's bloody lovely. You need animal fat, people.
You do.
Yeah.
Don't have to get hungry now. I'm hungry again. Right, that's it.
Yeah.
Good night, gentlemen. Thanks very much.
Good night. All the best. Good night.
What do you call a woman with no legs walking through a strawberry field?
I don't know.
A jammy cunt.
Oh my! Oh God! Oh my! Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear!
Sorry. Anyway, right.